What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I have an NU match. This one's against Advent, and you may recognize this guy from some other videos on my channel. We battle quite a bit, and he always puts up a damn good fight, especially in NU. So today we got a nice little NU match. I threw together a new team, just wanted to mess around with some random stuff, and his team's looking pretty cool over there. He's got a Brixen, which is kind of weird. I gotta be, kind of careful of the sticky web, because I see that stupid spider, so that thing's gonna, cause some problems. But anyways, this is a pretty damn long match, so it's I sped it up a little bit more than normal, but I don't think you can really tell. But anyways, he leads off with Sea King. I'm like, alright, I lead off with the Pilot Swine. That's not going to be too beneficial for me because he can just go ahead and do some damage with Waterfall. So I was like, I'm gonna just bring in my boy Pinhead Larry, hit him with a Intimidate as he goes for a knockoff here, and that does a buttload of damage to my freaking Masquerain here. It's actually pretty damn nice that I did make that switch, because him getting the knockoff and knocking off my Eviolite on my Pilot Swine would have been pretty shitty. So now I decide to go for the Quiver Dance as he brings in this freaking Firefox. He brings out Mozilla out here, and I honestly do not know what the hell he's going to want this thing to do. Leave it to Advent to bring some pretty weird shit. So I actually realized, I got Hydro Pump on my Masquerain after a Quiver Dance. It's not going to do very much at all. And I was like, what? How defensive is this thing? I know it's got an Eviolite, but Jesus. I was underestimating that. Obviously, I didn't have my life orb or anything. It could have been a 2-hit KO. But, I decide he goes for the Fire Spin, locks me in. I'm like, I'm going to get the hell on out of here with the Baton Pass. And that allows me to bring in my Magmortar. I kind of just sent this guy in because I wanted to scout off this thing's moveset, kind of see what he's rolling with. He goes for a Wish here and brings out his little Fire Stick. That's like the coolest animation ever. And I just go for a Thunderbolt, actually thinking he was going to switch, but that is not the case there, as he just stays in and goes for a Toxic, and Cannons is badly poisoned, which is a bummer. This is a Choice Scarfed Magmortar here, because sometimes you can run Pyroar, but then I was like, hey, Magmortar looks pretty fucking cool. But he's not as good as Pyroar, but he does get access to Thunderbolt and stuff, so he has his benefits. But anyways, now I decide to switch into Gatorade. I'm like, fuck this noise. If he's just going to be toxicking stuff and fire spinning and wishing, that is completely fine with me. I'm just going to bring in the beast of a Sheer Force Feraligatr, and he's not going to go ahead and switch into Peter Parker here, which is the Ariados, and he's going to take a Crunch. I actually predicted a switch into the Gourgeist, but he brings in this thing, and that thing even takes a Crunch freaking nicely. I'm like, what the hell is this? Why is your stuff so damn defensive? This is ridiculous. So I just go for a Waterfall as he got the Wish there back to full HP. Now he's going to go for the Sticky Web. There's really not much I could do here. I guess I could have switched back into Magmortar, but honestly, I know this thing can't really hurt me, and I just kind of figured Gatorade can definitely do some pretty solid damage here. I'm an Assault Vested Sheer Force Feraligatr, so this thing is badass as hell. As now he just goes for a Toxic Spike. It's basically just kind of your standard setup Ariados. And these things are annoying. Lately, every NU match I've been playing, someone has one of these things, and Sticky Web just fucks me up, man. It's real annoying. So now I predict a switch into the Gourgeist, and I go for a Crunch as he's going to frisk my Assault Fist. I'm like, quit frisking me, bro. You're touching my balls and stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and bite you in the face, and it's not going to do too much damage, obviously, because Gourgeist is really physically defensive, and this guy's whole damn team seems like it was invested in defenses. Like, that freaking Ariados should not have taken that damage so nicely. Like, that freaking Brixen's a beast. I don't know how to even say Brixen. I call it Brixen, whatever. But anyways, now I bring in Cannons. I realize that after the stupid Sticky Web, I may still be able to outspeed because I am Choice Scarfed, so honestly, that's not too bad. As he goes for a damn Confuse Ray, and I'm like, oh great, that is just what I needed right now. I'm poisoned, and then I'm going to probably hurt myself, and I'm just going to be taking damage just all over the place, which kind of sucks. But luckily at this point, he only has one layer of Toxic Spikes on the field, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and send in Toss now, because at this point, the poison is not going to be too bad. It's not a toxic poison, so I'm not going to be taking continual, built up damage. So I'm like, that is fine. It's just going to activate my Guts ability, and I am looking pretty solid. So now he decides to switch back into the old Firefox, as I actually, at this point, am just going to go ahead and start setting up bulk ups, as he just goes for his Fire Spin. It's going to get continual damage on top of the Toxic, why do I keep saying Toxic? Anytime I see a poison, I think it's Toxic. I don't know, but I'm poisoned as hell. Fire Spinned as hell. I'm just out here taking damage, but honestly, I'm not too worried because this thing cannot hurt me too bad. I know it can start setting up like Wishes. I believe it's got that Wish Protect, but at that point, honestly, I'm not too mad because I do have Rest on this thing as well. So by the time I get down to like little to no HP, I'll just be able to go ahead and fall asleep and get some HP back. So He sets up another wish, as I actually just decided to go for a payback, thinking he was going to maybe hit me with an attack. I don't know. Payback would have done some damage had he hit me the first turn, but at this point I'm like, yo, he's just going to get his freaking wish, and then my next payback is not going to be able to kill it, so I might as well just, you know, just start setting up some more bulk ups, as he goes for the protect, and that showcases his fourth move there. No, I don't rest. I don't bulk up yet. I actually rest now, as I was kind of afraid. I didn't know what this thing's last move was or anything, but he shows the protect, and at this point Toss is not too worried because I can wake up in like 2, 3, 4 turns, and I can start doing some damage with my my increased attack and stuff. So he sets up another wish. This guy is just throwing pennies into the well right now, just making damn wishes, and I'm just gonna continue sleeping over here. So Throw is just enjoying a nice slumber, getting that HP. You know what I'm saying? This freaking Fire Spin's still here though, and that's actually a pretty interesting set he has on this thing to lock you in with Fire Spin and stuff like that. I don't know, but now he switches. He goes into Peter Parker the Ariados, and I'm still sleeping. Wouldn't you know it? So at this point, I'm bound to wake up soon. I don't know what this thing's gonna want to do. He comes in and gets that wish heal, but honestly, not too bad because this actually gives me a pretty decent opportunity to start setting up some more freaking bulk ups. So, like I said, this is a freaking long battle, and this is pretty much the girth of it right here. So he goes for the Nightshade. It's not going to do too much damage, and I'm just going to start bulking up. So after the leftovers damage, the only thing he can really hit me with is the Nightshade, and that's not going to be too efficient for him because I can just get massive attack and massive defense. The one thing I am worried about is the fact that he does have an Audino, which I saw was probably a Mega Audino, so honestly, I wasn't too worried about it if I got enough bulk ups. I decided to go for the payback here just because I freaking want this thing dead, but in hindsight, it probably should have just kept on bulk upping there because you'll see that doesn't do very much freaking damage to this Ariados at all. How defensive are these things? I don't understand, but I don't know. But anyways, he goes for another layer of Toxic Spikes there as he doesn't want to activate my my payback with more damage. Honestly, the only thing I can hit him with is payback because the only other attack I have is Storm Throw, and it's not going to do a damn thing to this stupid spider bug. So I bulk up again, and I'm like, all right, this is not too bad. Toss is looking pretty damn scary over here if I was this guy. He hits me with the Nightshade, and that's going to do, you know, obviously knock me a little under half as I now go for a payback, and that is going to finally kill this damn Spider-Man. So, all right, that thing is taken care of. I'm at a pretty decent amount of HP. I am pretty specially defensive, so I can take special hits, and then after the bulk ups, I have a pretty decent-ass physical defense too. So now he brings out the stupid Audino, as this thing's gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve. These things are scary as hell in NU. Honestly, in my last video in Executor, just kind of bodied this thing, but here, you'd think my fighting type would have a bit of an advantage here. I go for the Storm Throw, it always gets a critical hit, so it's gonna knock him like a little over half, and I'm like, well, I expected that to do more damage, Toss. I probably should have invested more attack EVs in this thing. I kind of left out attack EVs because I figured this thing just kind of sets up bulk ups and gets that unnatural attack anyways. So fuck the EVs. I gave him some HP, mad special defense and stuff like that. But I decided, I was like, this thing can't really hurt me, so I have no reason to just kind of not just go ahead and bulk up some more. So I'm like, you know, just hit the gym, Toss. We're just going to keep on bulking as he's going to go ahead and hit me with a Dazzling Gleam. I'm not too worried about it, obviously, because I do have a lot of special defense, and that is perfectly fine. So now I go for a Storm Throw, and it does like over half, and I was like, well, this is getting nowhere fast at this point. I was kind of pissed off because I probably should have saved my throw for later on in the match when I had taken care of this Audino earlier, but it's not going to happen. Here I should have gone for the rest. It probably would have been my best idea, but I just decided to stay awake, go for the Storm Throw. Maybe I'd get max damage and kill it, but that asshole does not die. And at this point, I was like, wow, just wasted like so much time trying to set up this damn throw, and all I did was kill that freaking spider. And then, I mean, at least I knocked this thing down to the point where I can revenge kill it, but still, shitty titties. And I'm just gonna go ahead and bring back in Pinhead, and Pinhead is able to get the kill with an air slash. So great success, Pinhead. You did it, buddy. So the Mega Audino dies. That is a pretty big threat out of the way, so we're looking pretty solid. Now he brings out the Sea Queen, and get it? It's his female Sea King. Ha! Hilarious guy. So I just go for an air slash because I wanted to get that damage, and I know he can't really, I don't know what he's going to do. He ends up going for the agility, and that's actually damn interesting. He's got a fast-ass fish right now, and seeing as he does have a sticky web up on my side of the field, the agility may not have been necessary, but yeah, he kills me with a waterfall, takes that life orb damage, and now I'm going to go ahead and bring in yellow balls, and I almost went for the volt switch trying to get that electric damage, but then I was like, wait a motherfucking second. These things have lightning rods sometimes, and I was like, okay, that's That's pretty damn weird. So I went for the Scald here. After he hits me with a Drill Run, that does a lot of damage to me. And I go for the Scald, maybe hoping to get the burn. I just did not want to try to see if this thing was having the Lightning Rod. He did tell me afterward that he is actually Water Reveal rather than Lightning Rod. And I was like, wow, the one time I actually remember that Sea King is immune to electric attacks, it doesn't pay off for me. But now he goes for one more knockoff. I actually live it with 5 HP. I believe I was actually supposed to die to that. It was probably some minimum damage, but either way, I'm able to go for one more Scald, and we saw who the stronger fish is today, motherfuckers. So the Sea King dies, and Lantern is actually still gonna die to the poison. But hey, I killed that thing first. My electric fish is way better. I actually gotta start using a Sea King. That thing looks pretty damn interesting. I might have to get one from this guy. Sea King is badass. Fuck yeah. So now he brings out Yukari, which is the Gorgeist, as now I'm gonna bring in Gatorade. And that's not too good of a matchup for me, considering he probably does have the Seed Bomb. He's probably going to be able to hit me with that Leech Seed. And all I can really do to him is hit him with Crunches. But I was like, you know what, fuck it. Maybe he'll over-predict or something. I'm just going to go for the Crunch. As maybe predicted to switch into the Magmortar. As it looks like he does, he goes for the Confuse Ray. And that's honestly not too bad. Seeing as Gorgeist doesn't really have any recover moves other than Leech Seed and then his leftovers. I could just kind of stay on. As long as I don't hit myself in confusion, these Crunches are going to definitely end up doing the job here. So let's see. Gatorade's confused, and these ducks smack me in the face. So, of course, Gatorade hits himself, and that's real fantastic. I end up avoiding a Leech Seed, though, so he redeems himself. He's confused. He's too confused to get an attack off, but he's still good enough to avoid an attack. Like, yo, what the hell? You jumped out of the way all confused, but you hit yourself in the face when I tell you attack? Like, come on, for Alligator. So now I just decide to switch into cannons. I know he's probably going to want to try to get that Leech Seed off again since it missed last time. It does end up hitting here, and I realize at this point he's definitely going to have to keep that Gorgeist around if he does want to win this match. And seeing as my freaking Magmortar could kill this thing with one flamethrower right now, he would probably want to it would be in his best interest to switch. So I just sent cannons in here, and I was like, you know, maybe I should switch the hell on out of here, go back into for Alligator. It is a risky move in case he does decide to go for like a Seed Bomb or something, but I say screw it, he still has that Bryton around, he's going to switch into that thing, so I decide to go into Gatorade, and here's the anticipation moment where you don't know if they switch or not, and you make the double switch, and you're like, oh yeah, he did it. So I get the speed lower from these sticky webs, as he does end up switching into Fox McLeod. And that is a perfect prediction on my part, seeing as now, if he does want to bring back in the Gorgeist, he's going to have to take a Crunch, and he's going to actually end up going for a Wish here. Shows his little stick on fire, puts it back in his ass or wherever the hell he puts it. I decide to go for the Crunch, as it doesn't do much damage. I kind of predicted to switch back into the Gorgeist, but now he's just going to go for a Protect, and this thing is annoying as hell. These things do not die. Like, he's like, yo, fuck a Final Evolution, I'll just use the Mid-Evolution. It'd just be really annoying with Wish Protect, so that's what he does. He's just trying to get some more toxic damage off on me, so that's a damn bummer. Now he decides to go for a Fire Spin, just to get that little more continual damage on me. As this time I do decide to go for a Waterfall. And check out this damage, bitch. Sheer Force for Alligator. One hit kill. That is why you do not mess around with Sheer Force for Alligator. This thing's probably not going to be an NU for much longer, so, you know, get your use out of it while you can. This thing is a damn beast, but now he's going to finally bring out Gorehowl the Archeops, and this thing has not been out at all yet. I decided to go for the Aqua Jets and knock him down to the defeatist amount of HP, but he does have the Citrus Berry, so he gets back over half. But he's going to go ahead and knock me off, and that is going to be a dead ass for Alligator, but that is fine because yeah, that thing did work. For Alligator has been putting a lot of work in a lot of NU matches I've had lately, but none of them have been that good to upload. So now I decided to bring in Piloswine, who's been chilling in the back of my pocket for like the longest time now. I know he can't really hurt me, and I know all he has left is this Gorgeist. So I just go ahead and go for the Icicle Spear. I actually just went for it either way. I just go for the Icicle Spear as it's going to land on this Gorgeist, and it's not going to do too much damage to this thing because these pumpkins are fucking defensive as hell, plus I only get 2 hits, and I'm like, hey, where's the effort at, Piloswine? Like, show me a little effort next time, man. Come on. So that's kind of a bummer. He can hit me with a Leech, or he can go for the Leech Seed or the Confuse. He actually ends up going for the Confuse Ray here, as that's kind of lame. He probably predicted to switch into the Magmortar. At this point, I'm just trying to conserve my Magmortar because I know the only way I can win is if I still got that guy around for this Gorgeist. So here I decide to go for the Stealth Rocks, seeing as that Archeops is not going to enjoy those when he wants to come back in later. That right there is the definition of setting up late game rocks. That was like the last couple turns I set up Stealth Rocks, but hey, it worked. So, I mean, it was worth it. Going for the Icicle Spear and would have made, like, no fucking effect. So, I decide now to bring back in Cannons as he's going to go for the lead seed. And honestly, that is not going to save him now because you're not going to steal enough of my HP, Mr. Pumpkin, to get you to either kill me and get your ass back to the point where the Flamethrower is going to fuck you up. So, he gets a leech seed damage, and Cannons is going to go ahead and scare this thing away with a Flamethrower. He could either switch into the Archaeops, take the Stealth Rocks damage, and die to the Flamethrower, and then send to the Gourgeist and die. So he just actually decides to stay in. The Flamethrower is going to kill the Gourgeist, and finally, I got that black-ass pumpkin out of here. This thing's a pretty cool shiny, though. Purple and black, looking fucking swag-tastic there, Mr. Pumpkin. So now all he can do, bring in the Gore Howl. He's going to take a lot of damage from the Stealth Rocks, and he is going to be able to kill my Cannons with an Acrobatics, but luckily, my last Pokemon is a Piloswine, and he is not going to be able to do a damn thing to this guy, and considering I do have the Ice Shard with the priority, I'm going to go ahead and go for that. And that is going to be the end of the match, and Jesus, that was a long... That was a long match. I blame it on all your wishes and protects and stuff, Advent, you asshole. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Click that thumbs up button on this video if you enjoyed, and I'll have some more battles up later. Also, I am going to be starting a randomized Nuzlocke challenge within these next couple of weeks. I just have to figure a couple things out first, but stay around for that, and I will see you guys later. Peace.